I'm Jessica Lauren.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is Comfy Cozy Combos.
Hey everybody, happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are celebrating with lots of fun stuff today. Today we got something special planned for you guys. We have 4 questions each that we're going to ask each other. We have no idea what the other person's going to ask us. And it's so that we can get to know each other better and so that you guys can get to know us better too.
Yay! All right, so to start off with our first question, I am going to start asking. So, Sarah, what's something you like to do the old-fashioned way?
Oh, the old-fashioned way. Honestly, I like taking pictures on a real camera.
Yes. See, I didn't know that about you.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, I like to hold an actual camera, take a picture, upload them on the computer, and print them out.
Awesome. Well, that's really cool. I learned something new.
Yeah. Jessica, my question for you. What is your favorite childhood memory?
Gosh, this is hard.
Now,
there's so many.
This being said, I have something that she's told me from her childhood that is hilarious, that may not be like a favorite memory of yours.
Give me a hint
but
so that I can tell them.
Your dad was carrying you back to your house.
Okay, yeah, okay. That would definitely not be a favorite.
Okay. Well, after this, you can share your favorite childhood memory.
So anyway, when I was probably about, I guess 11 or 12, I had gotten a motorized scooter for Christmas, and I decided that I was going to go outside and play, and I took it out. We lived on in a cul-de-sac, cul-de-sac, however you say it, and we had a hill, and it was a really steep hill. And so I drove it all the way to the top, and I decided on my way down, at the bottom of the hill was this like bump, and I decided that I was going to try to jump the bump. So
Jump
the bump. So I'm coming down really fast, and I pull that sucker up, and when I lifted it up, it started like shaking crazy, like going out of control. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm either going to go straight into the ditch that's up ahead, or I'm going to crash and fall off.
Like your life flash before your eyes.
Yes, basically. And so I was like, okay, well, I could just jump off. Well, before I even had a chance to choose, I was flying off, and I landed like in this back bend, like all crooked and messed up. I hit my head first, but I had one of those big like golf cart.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Not golf cart, go-kart helmets.
Yeah.
That had like this much foam in it. And I had the slip-on tennis shoes that used to be really cool. And so those came off, and I was down on my hands and knees on the ground, like curled up in a ball. And
so please picture this as she's saying this, because it's very hilarious.
And I tried to stand up, and as I started to stand up, I fell back down because of extreme pain in my ankle. But my parents weren't outside, and nobody was outside because of where we lived. And I just hollered at the top of my lungs. I was like, Dad, Mom, Dad. And nobody came. Nobody could hear me. So I decided
So there's this 11-year-old girl screaming,
in the middle of the road.
Dad, in the middle of the road. She can't get up.
It was so bad. And then I started to crawl, because I figured I would have to crawl back home. So I started crawling and
like
dragging. Yes, and like dragging my leg on the ground, which is super nasty because it got all scratched up. By the time I made it to our driveway, my mom peeked out of the blinds, and she's like, "What is my daughter doing on the ground?" And she looks over and sees my scooter in like shambles. And so she goes, Jeff, go get your daughter. So my dad comes jetting out of the house, picks me up off the ground, and my ankle was what was hurting, and he was carrying me like this and running.
So her ankle's going like this.
Ankle is bouncing up and down. It was the most painful thing ever, and he didn't stop running. I was going, ow, 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 and he just kept running. But anyway.
So definitely not a favorite memory.
Yeah,
right?
And long story short, it was broken really bad, and I slept on it all night long that night because my mom's like, maybe the swelling will go down, and I had like a huge baseball size on the side of my ankle. But anyway, I'm okay. My ankle's
She
fine.
can walk fine now.
But I would have to say, let's see, a favorite childhood memory would have to be, can I name two?
Yeah.
Okay. One is that my family would always do dinner together as a family at the table. And that doesn't happen much anymore now. And I just thought it was such a special time because we would all talk. Like no electronics, no TV was going. It was just us. So that's a favorite. And then another favorite is my dad always took me every single year to daddy-daughter dance.
Aww.
And so that was super special. And I look back on those pictures and it's just so special.
You would get dressed up and everything.
Yeah, and I would pick where we would go eat, and one year I picked a barbecue restaurant and everybody was like in jeans and t-shirts and I was decked to the nines.
Yes.
And it was just fun. But anyway, yeah, that's my favorite.
Cute.
All right, so for question number 2, I know you have a Kardashian obsession.
I do.
So which one is your favorite and why?
Okay, it's changed over the years. My first favorite was Kim Kardashian because her name was like everywhere. So I've been watching them for the whole 10 years that they've been on TV. So I've just loved them so much, honestly. But Kim, I don't know, she's just changed. They've all changed. I liked Courtney the best when she started having kids because I love kids and I have a kid now. But she dresses a little different for me now. So she's just, I don't see eye to eye with her now. Right now, and I love the 2 younger girls and Rob too, but right now, Chloe is my favorite.
Ah.
Yes, Chloe's my favorite.
And why?
She's honestly always been the most real and down to earth and logical of most of them.
Yeah.
She has the most common sense of them all, at least on their show. And now she's a mom, so I can kind of relate to her on that level.
Yeah.
And I think she looks the best that she has ever looked. She is so fit. She got that booty going on too.
The Kardashian booty.
Yes. And she honestly, she cares, at least from what I see on the show. Obviously, I care about these people. You can tell that I'm passionate about them. She just cares so much about everybody, especially her family. She would do anything. She would give her arm for anybody, and I just admire that about her.
That's cool.
So she's my favorite right now.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
All right, my question number 2 for Jessica is, what is something you wish you could do that you don't do now, or that maybe you can't do, whether it be you're physically not able to do it, or you mentally just can't comprehend doing it? It's a very vague question.
I don't know if I can answer it how you expected the question to be answered, but I would love to skydive, but that's super terrifying to me. I think that I could get up there.
Yes.
But I think jumping out of the airplane, I would need somebody to push me.
Okay, yeah.
But I think by the time that I was pushed out of the airplane, that it would be something that I would have a greater, I don't know. I feel like people that do stuff like that, when they're up in the air and they're coming down, it's just like, wow, there's so much to be grateful for.
I don't know if that's what would be going through my mind.
All right, so the third question for Sarah is, what are you most looking forward to in the next 10 years?
I am excited to have more children. I only have one right now, and he's enough for right now, but more will come later. I'm not sure how many I'll have by then. Hopefully I'll be done having children. So that's something to look forward to, being done with newborns and babies. Yes. I'm not like a baby person, or I wasn't with my first newborn. I'm more like the 6-month and up kind of person.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's something to look forward to, having more kids and being done having kids. And then job opportunities, I think, because right now I'm a stay-at-home mom. I am a nurse, but I decided to stay home once I had my son Weston, and I love it. I really do. The time's getting close. I'm kind of itching to get back into work, and I'm not sure what I'll start doing.
Yeah.
I've always worked in a certain area of nursing, and who knows? In 10 years, I may choose a different area.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm excited about that.
That's awesome.
A new job, a new
time in life.
Yes, a new time in life. I don't know if I have a third one
Okay,
because that's
fine.
mostly
If that's more what you're looking forward
Yeah,
to doing
that's
in the
what I'm
next
looking
10
for.
years. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Those are good thoughts.
Yeah.
Great thoughts.
All right. My third question for Jessica here is, what would you have gone to school for if you didn't go to school for ministry?
Okay. Well, I already had that kind of like figured out, so I can answer that pretty quickly. I would have gone to school for criminal justice and a minor in political science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what my goal was to do, was to work. At first, I was thinking in forensics, but then it was just, I wouldn't want to take that home with me. So,
I can't picture you working in
Yeah.
forensics.
well, I
personally.
love anatomy and I love the human body, and I didn't want to be a doctor because I didn't want the pressure of that on myself.
Yeah.
But I love government stuff and criminal justice, so that was what I was
Cool.
going to go into.
Cool. But she
Yeah.
decided to go into ministry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it's been great.
Good.
All right, so Sarah, this is my fourth and final question for you.
Okay.
So, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh my. There's a lot. There's a lot of them.
What's the first one that came to your mind?
My most embarrassing moment that I can think of right now, it happened a few years ago. So girls, we know the problems that come with our monthly cycles, our periods, stains. It's a real deal.
It's a real deal.
It's a real deal. I thankfully have never had too much of a public issue with a stain on my clothes before. However,
Leakage,
yes. However, a couple of years ago, we went to visit my mother and father-in-law, and they live on the beach. Well, it happened to be my week, to be on my period, and we come up from the beach, and I thought, oh, I'm fine, obviously wearing a tampon. I was in the water, you know, sometimes that kind of dilutes it out a little bit, you know, whatever. Well, get upstairs. I sit on the ottoman in the living room, and I feel like I peed, you know, that feeling, okay? And I'm like, oh, I need to get up and pee. I get up, I look brown on their white ottomans,
Oh my
okay?
God.
Like, big brown stain. I didn't even say anything. I said, actually I did. I said, oh, and I grabbed a rag and I'm just dabbing, and everyone's just looking at me. They don't even, they're just like, oh, it's okay. And they're just looking at me, and I'm like, I'm so embarrassed right now. I can't even like speak. And my husband's just laughing because he doesn't understand the embarrassment of it. He just thinks
Yeah.
it's funny. And so that was probably, even though it was with my family, my in-laws, it was still embarrassing, and
Yeah.
hopefully they forgot. I don't know if they did, but the ottoman's clean. They got rid of it. I think
It's
like,
clean.
it's clean. So that's my most embarrassing moments. That I
Pretty
can-
embarrassing,
Yes, it is.
especially in front of your in-laws.
Yeah, it's like now they know that happens to me, and it's like they know. You know, like women we poop, but guys don't know that we poop.
Yes.
We do, and in-laws we
It's
have
a real
periods.
deal.
It's a real deal.
Oh my god.
Real talk, right?
That's funny.
All right, my fourth and final question for Jessica. This, I think, is going to be a real thinker for you.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Maybe it'll be easy. I don't know.
Okay.
What is an event in your life that if it did not happen would make your life completely different?
Oh, I actually know that right off the bat.
Okay.
So I am a 100% Christian and believer, and so when I was probably around 12 years old, my dad loved mission trips, and he invited me to go on a Mexico mission trip with him. And so I decided to go, and while we were there that whole week, I mean, I'm obviously like 12, 13 years old, and I just remember being a part of it, seeing like what their life was like and everything. And we would do like VBS, which is like Vacation Bible School with the kids while we were there. And so I got really close with the kids. And on our way leaving, and what we did there was we built houses for them. Because the people that we ministered to lived in basically cardboard boxes. And so we would literally build a home for them, several homes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a really awesome experience. And so the girls a lot of times would like talk with the kids and get to know the kids and play games with them. And so at the very end of the week when we handed over the keys to their home, we all got in the van to head back to camp. And right when we got in the van, I just felt like the Holy Spirit really laid on my heart that this is what you're called to. You're called to the ministry. And it was when I was 12 years old, I know that God called me to the ministry, and that's when I did what I did with my life.
Wow.
So yeah. And if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be where I am today. So yeah.
That's
so
really sweet.
You dads out there have a big impact on your children.
Yes, you
and
do.
you moms do too.
Yes.
You moms do too. But
both very different, very special roles.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that concludes our 4 questions on the 4th. We hope you guys have a great rest of your holiday today. Make sure to like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment with any questions you want us to answer.